Welcome to the Weekly Focus English.
Week 8. Clean Water for All. Solar Power Helps Villages in 2026. In 2026, many small villages are using a new solar machine to get clean water. This simple machine uses sunlight to clear dirty lake water. It works without expensive electricity. Local families can now drink safe water every day, stay healthy, and live a better life.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a single, beautifully simple innovation that's literally transforming daily life right now. You know, we so often think of world-changing tech as these massive, incredibly complex networks of data and steel. But today's source material proves that sometimes the absolute most profound changes in global living standards come from elegant, zero-marginal-cost solutions. To truly grasp the scale of this, we've got to anchor ourselves right here, in the current year 2026. Because right now, far away from the spotlight of massive urban centers, there's a quiet revolution happening. In small villages everywhere, communities are completely shifting how they sustain themselves. It's not making the front page of the big tech blogs, mostly because it entirely bypasses old-school centralized utility grids. But it is fundamentally altering the baseline of human survival. Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1. The 2026 clean water reality and the stakes in small villages. When we talk about infrastructure in these tight-knit communities, we're talking about the absolute most foundational element of human existence: water. For generations, the baseline for these towns has been a reliance on untreated, really high-risk water sources. The shift from dirty lake water to safe, pathogen-free water, well, it isn't just a nice upgrade in daily comfort. It's the fundamental prerequisite for community to transition from just surviving to actual, real economic development. And the technology making this all happen is a brand new solar machine. According to our source material, this is a highly efficient yet surprisingly simple piece of engineering being deployed rapidly right now in 2026. It simply uses sunlight to clear dirty water. I mean, how brilliant is that? The real genius of this machine is what it leaves out. There are no complex chemical supply chains. It relies purely on ambient solar radiation to achieve purification, solving our most pressing human need with the most abundant resource we have. So how exactly do you clear dirty lake water without massive infrastructure? That brings us to Section 2, powering through simple sunlight by harnessing nature. And this brilliantly illustrates the elegance of removing the middleman. The process is remarkably robust and simple. Step 1, you start with the dirty lake water. Step 2, sunlight powers the machine directly, often using advanced solar thermal distillation techniques with absolutely no combustion or fragile moving parts. And Step 3, you get clean, safe drinking water. By keeping the mechanics this incredibly streamlined, the tech becomes rock solid and super reliable for remote regions. Section 3, bypassing expensive electricity costs, or the economic equalizer. Whenever we look at global infrastructure problems, we've got to look through an economic lens. The technology to clean water has actually existed for over a century, but the absolute roadblock for small villages has always been the cost of operating it. So the true breakthrough here is economic. This machine runs with no expensive electricity whatsoever, none. By eliminating utility bills, expensive fuel supply lines, and the constant threat of grid outages, the ongoing cost effectively drops to zero. That is a massive game changer for accessibility. So the crucial point is, we aren't just talking about an interesting economic case study here. Section 4, healthy families, better lives, the human element. We are looking at systemic, localized uplift. When local families can drink safe water every single day, you completely transform the baseline stability of a community. They stay healthy. It drastically cuts down on waterborne illnesses, which in turn unlocks real economic productivity. Think about it. This translates directly to kids actually being able to attend school regularly and uninterrupted work hours for adults. It's a total domino effect for good. And it all culminates in a simple, incredibly powerful outcome from our source text. They get to live a better life. By solving the most basic infrastructural need for free through an accessible, frictionless technology, the entire trajectory of a family's existence is elevated. That is the ultimate, on-the-ground outcome of this beautiful innovation. Which brings us to a really compelling final thought. If a simple, self-contained machine can change villages and alter the trajectory of communities in 2026, what other basic elements of nature will we harness next to live a better life? Whether it's wind, geothermal energy, or capturing ambient moisture, I want you to reflect on that future of human progress. Sometimes the biggest leaps forward don't require the most complicated tech. They just require the smartest, most focused application of the nature right around us. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning what's possible.